Hello, this is Ron Kaufman on service excellence in the speaker bureau industry. I'm a good person to talk about this topic because I talk about it a lot as a professional, business-oriented keynote speaker. I'm also author of the New York Times bestselling book, Uplifting Service, the proven path to delighting your customers, colleagues, and everyone else you meet. I'm also the founder of a global service consulting and education company called Up Your Service. We help clients in a whole range of industries all over the world compete with service culture as a sustainable advantage. Now, all of my life, I have been committed to uplifting the spirit and practice of service worldwide. So, what is service? Now, if you ask a lot of people this seemingly straightforward question, you're actually going to hear a lot of different answers. Some people will say it's making people happy or making them smile. Some will say it's giving people what they need. Others will say, no, give them what they want. Some will say it's meeting expectations or exceeding expectations, or treat the customer as if they are a king, or hey, the customer is always right, which you and I know is not true. And then you'll get people who say, you should be serving other people the way you would like to be served, which assumes that everybody else on the planet is like you. Well, that's not the case. So let's form a more effective and better definition. What is service? Here's the first part. Service is taking action. You have to do something in order to be called serving somebody. What's the purpose of the action? To create an outcome, a result, or a situation that someone else will want, need, hope for, appreciate, benefit from, pay money for, something that someone else will value. So the definition of service is taking action to create value for someone else. Now, as an agent in the speaker bureau industry, let's pause for a moment and think, who is your someone else? On the client side, it could be a meeting planner or somebody who runs marketing, or human resources, or communications, whoever it is that has been tasked with putting together that next convention, or conference, or meeting, or town hall, and has the responsibility of making sure that the keynote speaker is outstanding. And then there's the selection committee inside the client organization that's going to review all of your recommendations and the ultimate decision maker. But there's also the entire audience, every single participant who actually is present for the keynote speech. And that's just on the client side. On the speaker side, you're also taking action to create value for professional keynote speakers like myself, or the support team and assistants that I work with, or my speaker representative. And then even inside your bureau, there's other people that you coordinate with, assistants, support team, finance. And as you get closer to the event, there's even the audio-visual team and the venue or conference facility team that you need to coordinate with. So, as an agent in the speaker bureau industry, how many someone else's do you serve? Now, if this is service, taking action to create value for someone else, the next question we should ask is, how good or bad is the service you provide? Because this is a talk about service excellence in the industry. Well, the way you talk about what you do for someone else could be very different than the way they talk about the experience they have being served by you. What language do they use? I've created a principle called the 6 levels of service, and it starts low. If you don't do what you promised, if you violate legitimate minimum expectations, that's unacceptable. It's terrible. It gives the whole industry a bad name, and so I call it criminal. One step above criminal is the bare minimum. I call it basic. So this is when you do something, but it's late, or it's incomplete, or they contact your office and someone was impolite. Now, eventually, the person who's being served gets what they need, but the experience was not very good. I call that basic. One step above that is normal. It's average, expected. if you do what you're supposed to do, you keep the promises that you made, you hit the service level agreement, you use the established procedures within your organization, that's just normal. Now notice, please, that expected is in the lower half of the 6 levels of service. In the past, we used to say that a satisfied customer would be a loyal customer, and the way you produce customer satisfaction is to meet customer expectations. But that's become obsolete because we know today that a satisfied customer is not necessarily a loyal customer. With all of the competition and globalization and commoditization going on in various industries, we need to step up and deliver service at a higher level. So above expected is when you serve someone just the way they like it. I call it desired. Desired means serving someone the way they appreciate, the way they prefer. And as just a small example, you know as a speaker bureau agent that some of the clients you work with appreciate a phone call, but others say, no, don't bother me with a call, send me an email. And not all clients are the same. When you understand the way someone else likes to be served and you take that action, now you're serving at the level called desired. One step above desired is when you do something unexpected and they like it. So it's like getting a little gift and they say, ooh, what a nice surprise. Serving someone at the surprising level provides them an experience of value that they did not anticipate to receive. And it's a very high point on the 6 levels of service. But it's not the highest. At the very top is astonishing. It's extraordinary. It's incredible. The word I use up here is unbelievable. Now you can tell I'm enthusiastic about this. And when I teach this for large audiences, I have a way of getting them enthusiastic too. We put a little bit of motion and movement and tone into the expression. And the whole audience does things like this. Criminal, basic, expected, desired, surprising, unbelievable. And yes, I have had accountants and lawyers and technologists doing this in large audiences all over the world and loving it and remembering it. So, where is excellence on the 6 levels of service? Excellence is not one of the words, but this is a talk about service excellence in the speaker bureau industry. So where is excellence? And you'll find that different people have different opinions, or maybe it depends on the situation, or maybe you're just not sure. Well, there's another complexity associated with these 6 levels, and it is that the levels themselves are not fixed. These are not stairs. This is an escalator. It's in motion. It's always moving, and it's always going down. Now, why do I say that? Well, let's think about it. If you do something unbelievable for someone, it will be unbelievable the first time you do it. If you do it again, woo, nice surprise. Keep doing it. People say, oh, that's what I like. If you carry on doing that again and again, it becomes expected and then basic. And then one day, if you don't do it, criminal. Now, this is happening in every industry all over the world. Let me give you some examples. When this first came out, it was unbelievable that you could have a phone call without a wire. Today, basic. It used to be that the amount of information you had depended upon how many books you could put your fingers on the bookshelf. Today, it's just a matter of putting your fingers on a keyboard, on a device, or even just speaking to your phone. Even on something as fundamental as delivering physical packages, the world is changing. And the whole methodology and the system and the stairs are slipping down. On something as powerful and fundamental for all of us as the exchange of money, cash has become credit card. Credit card will evaporate to fingerprint, and before you know it, the amount of money you have or transfer to someone else will occur in the blink of an eye. So, if the stairs are always slipping down, where is excellence on the 6 levels of service? Well, it should be obvious. Excellence has become a moving target. If those stairs keep slipping down, the only way for you to be excellent is to take the next step up. And that's what excellence really means. Excellence is not here or there or there. Excellence is the taking of the next step from wherever you are to the next level. And we know that service is taking action to create value for someone else. So, what is service excellence? Put the two definitions together. Service excellence is taking the next step up to create more value for somebody else. Now, I've written 14 books on service, business, and inspiration. And in all of that text, I think this is the most important sentence that I've ever authored. And it's the most powerful first key principle that I put across in the keynote speeches. And it applies to every industry, to every level within the organization, and in every culture all over the world. And you know who understands that? Senior decision makers. Because service excellence is taking the next step up to create more value. Well, a service excellence culture is when every single person at work puts this to work every single day. That's what the CEO is concerned about. That's what a successful organization in the future absolutely needs. And for you, as an agent in the speaker bureau industry, you should be asking yourself too, what is the next step up that I can take to create more value for someone else that I serve? On the client side, on the event side, on the bureau side, or on the speaker side. Now, one thing I can do to create more value for you is invite you to visit my website at ronkaufman.com/bureau. You'll find a wide range of materials there that are all bureau friendly so that you can easily share them with your clients. You'll find a lot of videos there as well of some of the keynotes that I've given for other client organizations all over the world. This video is Ron Kaufman on service excellence in the speaker bureau industry. Stay with us and join me for video number 2, how to be the best speaker bureau agent in the world. And yes, I mean you.